Yeah. Okay, so here we have discussed about, hello. We have discussed about optional. Are you done? Okay, so how to work with optional classes? That's what we have discussed about how to use is present. For example, look at the scenario. We have some imperative style of code here, which take a input of name and a string letter which starts with. So you have this collection. I want to found a name. Initially it was null. Then loop through all your collection inputs. Check start with of this and found a name and you can break the loop, right? So the similar way, then you have to check whether the object is null or not. To avoid null pointer exception, we have to write our if else, right? Now, this will be reduced with our functional style of coding. It will reduce lot of codes and take a input of stream, then filter name starts with and find first. If the name is found, it will print it onto the console. Otherwise, it will print no name found. So that way the modern approach will be useful. If present, if the name is present, it will print it on the console. Otherwise, nothing will be printed on the console. You can refer the theory part from here. Now we are going to look about, can I create my own optional? Only it is return a type of optional, or I can make my own optional value. How we create an stream collection of our own stream.off method. The same way, by using optional.off method, you can create your own optional. So for that reason, we have write one method called inverse, which take a input of x as a double, and it has to return an optional double. So I'm going to check. Here it is a object type capital D. That's what I'm going to check. If the x is null or if x is 0, I'm going to return empty, empty optional, which is an optional empty type. Otherwise, my return type is optional. So if it is null or 0, I'm going to return empty. Otherwise, I'm going to create my own optional value. What do you mean by inverse? 1 divided by input. So now you can return the value. After retrieving the result, you can check. If empty, you can give some message to the console. Otherwise, you can print the value. So how can I call this method? Okay, if I want to call the method, what is the return type? Optional double. So store the result. Optional double inverse is equal to, how can I call this method? It is a static method, right? So I no need of any object. Directly I can call with the name of the method. So inverse of, I'm going to pass 5.5. Then it will return some result, right? So I'm going to do sys out inverse of x is equal to plus inverse dot, or else if the input is there, I'm going to print the value, right? So how we deal this one, or else. Let's see the slide, how we did. When we call a method, is there anything as given here? Okay. So did we use or else or get, where we call the inverse method? Inverse of null. So we use or else. If there is nothing, it will return an empty. So if it is empty, I'm going to print some 0.0. Okay, so let's run this code. I give a value as 5.5. The inverse of 5.0 is 0.188. So let me put a null value, or if we pass a 0 value, right? So in both scenario, what did it say? Because it is a double. Okay, so 0.0. So if the input is 0.0, we are going to say the same band, right? So I want to return some optional value. So for that one, I cannot return a null value. So for that, I want to retrieve an empty optional. Otherwise, I can create my own optional by calling 1 by x. So any question on how to create your own optional? Just call optional.off, whatever type you want. We have optional double, optional integer. The same way, we have a primitive, optional primitive, something I don't remember exactly the primitive optional values. Let's see the slide. Primitive optionals. Somewhere we have some primitive optionals. I think it is optional integer, optional double. Okay, so let me type it here. It should be optional int. Can I declare x? Yes. Oh, no. Okay, yes. So optional int, optional float, optional long, optional double. If you want to work with the primitive optionals. Okay, so this one you can use if you want to work with primitive option. If you want an object type, then it will be optional double. But if I want to work with primitive, you have so many optionals are available. Optional double like that. Many types are available. Maybe somewhere in the slide. I don't forget which slide number. Okay. Also, we have an option checking with the null ability or not. We already talked about is present, if present, or else. Also, we have or else get. Let me keep a scenario for or else get. Or else and or else get will be similar, but the or else get signature is different. Let me create my own optional string to understand this concept, but mostly useful to create a database connection. The optional get will be a good choice. Okay, I want to create a string. Name is equal to, I'm going to create a name, full name. Okay, it's called full name is equal to creating your own optional string, optional.off, pass the string. So when you work with or else get, it will accept a supplier interface. So, but this is not an exact scenario to show that, but simple example for better understanding. I'm going to print full name is equal to, so to get this one, your object name is this one, full name dot or else get, or else and or else get. Did you notice? Or else will take a input, whatever your input collection through object you call. The full name is string means or else also accept a string. But when you work with or else get, it accept a supplier type. What is the purpose of supplier? Can anybody remember? No inputs, but return something. That is the supplier job. So what we are going to do it is or else get does not take any input, but I would like to return something. Instead of this one, I say none. Okay, whatever you want. Okay, something you have to specify. Okay, or else get. Okay, or else get. Right. So something with the supplier interface, if you want, you can do it. Okay, let me run this code. It will print my full name. If it is a null, what it will do? Just say none. Oh, sorry, what happened? Okay, I have to do optional empty, but it has to print something, right? Or else get. Let's see. Or else get optional.off. Full name is equal to, let's see, optional.empty. Full name is equal to, again, I'm going to assign full name is equal to empty. So there's one. It's a none, right? But we put the condition, right? Off nullable. Oh, then it should be off nullable. I'm sorry. Abs null dot off. We can go with off nullable. Okay, let's put off nullable or else get. Okay, let's do this. Another one. I'm not sure how it works. Let's see. System dot out dot println optional dot off nullable. There is, if you want to set a null value, it should be optional dot off nullable. If I want to pass a null value, it should be a type of optional dot off nullable. If it is null, okay, then I can call or else get or else whatever it is. Let's go with or else get. If it is off nullable, I can say the same. Let's see. I hope. Okay, let's see. Off nullable, because it should be an off nullable, not regular off. Okay. So now if I pass some data, it will go with the data. Okay. But this is not the right scenario to work with this. Let me show you with theory knowledge over here, the real-time usage of off nullable. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, look at the slides, which we have to get a database connection. Your connection is equal to null. We do all the get connection by getting all those connection, which will return a connection. So this is a method. Whenever I want to create a connection, I have to call this method. So here you have a get connection method, optional dot off nullable of connection. If the connection is null, it is going to call this method. If the connection is already created, just I go with the connection. So in that kind of scenario, this optional off nullable or get will work. Okay. Make sense the scenario now? So if it is, you can check if your object is off nullable object. If there is not null, go with the requirement. If it is null, what else you want to do? Put it on or else get. So the supplier, just no inputs, but return a connection. This way you can use or else get. That is a good scenario to show you the or else get. Any questions here? Okay. 1 minute stretch up break. Okay. Because many people face are not active. Okay. I'll go to the reduce. This optional example, we will go more over tomorrow. Okay. Let's go with the stream methods again. Let's finish all the stream methods, then come back for the option. Okay. We'll work on reduce method. 1 minute stretch up. Please be active. Stand up, hands on, hands down, whatever you want. Do some stretch up. This one? Oh, Eclipse. Okay. 1 minute is over. Please attention, please. I need your attention. Hello, Nugians. Okay. Let's go here. The next topic, I would like to start with reduce. We'll see more examples of optional tomorrow. Okay. So let me finish all the stream related methods. So reduce comes from the stream library. Okay, I have collections. So let me put these numbers down. I have some list of number collections. Here, I need to remove. Okay, I removed already. Okay, here is your number collection. I want to sum of all these numbers. How come your imperative style code looks? If I want to find the sum of the numbers from the list collection, okay, if I want to write an imperative style of code, how it looks, you need some count variable, right? Sum is equal to 0. You can loop through it for each input, colon, your collection is numbers. Then I have to do sum is equal to or sum plus equal to A, right? Each input. Then finally, you have to print the result. This is out. Sum is equal to sum, right? So I want to do this one in a functional approach. We have a reduce method. That's what we are going to look now. How to use the reduce method on your collection. This code looks like imperative style. I want to do it with a functional style. So the solution is your collection.stream always you have to pass a reduce method. How we initialize sum equal to 0. You need the initial value and finally pass binary operator. Two inputs and return a result. Okay, let's do the reduce here. This is slide number 65. Your collection dot stream. My collection is numbers dot stream. I want to reduce my collection. Whenever you want to perform a sum of, you can call reduce. There are two overloaded method. Right now we'll look one. Another one I will tell you about how to work on parallelly with these kind of operations. At the time I'll show you. Let's go with the first option with the initial value and the next input is binary operator. So what is the purpose of binary operator? Take two inputs and return the, now the task is sum x plus y. Okay. I need two brackets. Right or wrong? What is the issue? Take an input. Oh, x is already somewhere a local variable. That was the issue, right? Another local variable. Okay, let's put x1 comma y1 and take x1 plus y1. Correct? Okay, what is the return type of reduce? Return type is integer. Okay, so int sum1 is equal to this result. Let me put the signature. Your reduce will accept seed value, comma, binary operate. Binary operate. These are the arguments of your reduce. So the arguments for your reduce method is seed, comma, binary operate. So the initial, similar like compare. I need some initial value 0. That's what we provided. And sum equal to sum plus a. You need two variables. So those are x1 and y1. Take the value and return this result. I'm going to print the sum 1. Sorry. Okay, sum 1. Let's run this code. It print the same. Can we do the sum of all the item values in the collection? Can you write a code for that? Find the sum of items price. Can you write a code by using reduce? Take a moment. You have a list name. The collection name is list. I want to sum of all the prices in the collection. How can we do this? Maybe you want to do employee total salary, right? Or for finding an average. item price is a double value. Okay. Using reduce method. Okay, so list dot stream dot. I need a price. So before that, your collection is a type of item. So take the input and map it into price. So then your collection has only a mapping to the price. Then I can call reduce the initial value 0.0 and the binary operator, right? Can we do double colon sum? Do we have some method from the double library? I hope it works, right? Method reference. Okay. Then double total price is equal to, so we can do with method reference. Even here also, instead of binary operator, you can use integer colon. So this we use method reference and reduce. Method reference and reduce. So we have some method from all integer double float library. Then I can print it. Total items price. So try to apply more shortcuts. T price. Okay, let's run this one. Oh, what happened? I don't get run option. The same code, I'm still working on it, right? Some errors. Oh, there are something wrong. Right. Okay. Still I have error. Let's run. Where is the error? Proceed. Let's see the error number. 130. Oh, there will be an error. Oh, X I cannot use. I use many times some local variable. So map m to m dot price and dot reduce double binary double is not applicable. Okay, so get price dot to double I cannot do. Okay, map to double. Map. Okay, dot map to double. Let's do this one. To double. Still, I cannot use double sum. Okay, if doesn't work, let's go with two inputs. A comma, okay, P1 comma P2, then P1 plus P2. Okay, let's run this one. So it will price the double value, but I hope this works. Let's do this scenario for integer. Okay, sum one again. It works. Okay, let's try here. Instead of this one, I can use integer colon sum. Why? 1 sec. Okay, let's print. Again, someone. Okay, let's run this code. I hope it works. I don't know. Okay, I can get the same sum, but double is not working. Can I take just map? I put 0.0, right? Double colon sum SUM, right? Let's see. I'm not sure why it doesn't work. Okay, no error. Yes, it works. Any questions here? How to work with reduce? Yes. Something like local variable. I'm not using inside argument. Something I use x somewhere. See here, I declare x. That was the issue. Yeah, because this operation, it's like a free variable to that expression. That's what it complies. But it's not initialized even something. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to gain a knowledge of the reduce with parallel stream. Okay. So here is the signature. Reduce need an initial value and also it need a binary operator, that is the signature. Okay. We are gaining a knowledge of when we work on parallel, which operations will be suitable with the reduce. When we do plus and multiplication, you can work with reduce parallelly, but you cannot work with subtraction parallelly. That's what we are going to learn this knowledge. Okay. Look at the scenario. We have an input of 2143. This is your input collection. Okay. So when I work it on a single stream, what it will take, the initial value is 0, 0 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 3, 10, right? Not correct, right? So 0 plus 2, 2, 2 plus 1, 3. Yeah, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10. Okay, I did wrong on the summation. So your total value is 10. When I do this on a parallel stream, how the parallel stream works, please don't ask me how it takes 2, 3, and 4, 1 because of the framework design. For this input, the stream 1 will work with the inputs of 2 and 3. The stream 2 will work with the inputs of 4 and 1. Okay, somewhere textbook they referred. I'm not sure what is the exact reference. So when you are working on parallel stream with this input, this is the two sequence parallel streams. We'll be working on it. Now look at the output. When we work for the same plus operation on reduce, 0 plus 2, 2, 2 plus 3, 5, then 4, 4 plus 1, 5. After that, we need to combine the result at the end. So this 5 plus 5, I will get 10. But when you work on negative inputs, okay, so let me run this code and show you what will be the reduce. Let's go and see the example of reduce. Lesson 9. Lesson 9, reduce. Okay, here. We are going to do the operation with the same input what we specified on the slide. Your list is populated with the input 2143. I have some main class object we created, and these are all non-static method. We are going to call this method through this object. We have print sum, print product, and print difference by using reduce operations. Okay. Inside the print stream, I'm going to work with the single stream as well as I'm going to work it on a multiple stream. Please take a look at this highlighted code. Let me know if you have a question. We apply the reduce operations. Any questions? The same way, I have print product. Inside this method, we find the product. Just instead of plus, we put multiplication, but initial value should be 1 because of product, right? Any question on these 4 lines? The same way we did difference. We work on single stream as well as parallel stream. Let's run this code. The sum, when you work on reduce with single stream or parallel stream, you will get the same result. When you work on product, you will get the same result, either a single stream or parallel stream. What happened when you work with difference? Minus operations. it will give you -10. Let's see that output. Okay, look at this one. If I work on single stream, I'll get the output -10. But when you work on parallelly, the first input is 213, 0 minus 2, you will get -2, right? -2 minus 3, -5, right? Then 0 minus 1, -1, -1 minus 1, -5. So from here, what it will happen? -5 minus of -5, it produce 0. So when you work on reduce, you have to be careful whether I go with parallel stream or not. For associative operation, plus or multiplication, no issue. But for the minus, you have an issue. Yes, go with. That also might affect, right? I'm not sure. Because when you divided into multiple streams working on parallel, we have no idea how it's going to divide. If you have positive and negative, that negative maybe we don't know the order, how it is going to divide how many streams. We have no clear idea. So this is the reason your initial value should be product means 1, and if it is sum means 0, that you have to be take care. Plus and multiplication should be fine with reduce, but not subtraction. So that is the conclusion for this part. Any questions here? Division also maybe, I'm not sure. You can try with what will be the answer. Okay, any other questions here?
As I found that we should use the subtract, or we shouldn't use.
You should not use reduce with subtract when you work on parallel. You can work on single, okay, but parallel it's not recommended to go with to reduce your collections. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, there are two signatures. You can work with the reduce operations. So one is with the seed value. We have another reduce method. Let me do with another reduce signature. Another reduce signature without seed value. This is interesting. Okay, if you look at this one, this is interesting. When you do this reduce with the seed value, let's go with the same. So here is your signature for the seed value with binary operator. I will do some too, but without seed value, you can work with the reduce. But in that scenario, without seed value, it return an optional, not your regular interval. That is the difference. Okay. So you can work with reduce with two signature. When you pass a seed value, it will return what kind of input data that. But when you work on reduce method with that another overloaded signature, only binary operator, at that time, the return type is optional integer, but the purpose is same. Maybe if your sum of collection may return some null value, at the time better deal with the signature. Okay, what happened? I don't introduce any seed value, right? Automatically it will take plus means 0. Let me do the same thing with product. Okay, so there will be no seed value. Your argument is only binary operator. Let me do this one with multiplication. Do I need a seed value? What do you think? Does this signature is fine? Okay, it's a product. I need some seed value, right? But when you work on this one, it will automatically assume your seed value as 1 depends on the operator you put. Plus means it will initialize 0. Multiplication means it will go with 1 by default automatically. Okay, that's a interesting part here. Okay, so when you work on this one, let's print the result. If it is there or not. So you can print out sum2 dot is present, right? Is present or if present? Okay. Is present dot get, right? No need, just is present. If present, it will print, right? That's what we discussed. I got confusion. Simply take the input and print. Just 3. Let's try how it works. Simply I can do is present. What it will happen? O is present is a Boolean value. Okay, then sum dot get. We know there is no null value, right? So directly I can do get. Sum 2, it works. Already I have so many sum 2 variable. No, okay. Then product dot get. Okay, 41,60,408. So I covered both the signatures. One will return a particular type, another one return an optional type without seed value. Okay, so that's about another seed value. This is one. When you use this signature, it will return an optional type. Okay, that's about this signature. Okay. For interaction session, can you try this exercise? Directly, you can try it by typing. If you want, you can download. Use reduce to concatenate the string in the stream below a single line, each input separated by space, and print the result on console. Which means there are several input of strings. You have to combine into a single string. How can you use reduce method to concatenate all the inputs? Take 5 to 10 minutes time to do this. You need to test this code, whether it works properly or not. That's important. Not writing in a paper. To build it. Why don't you type it on ID? In my ID. Come, let's test it. Yeah, try, no problem. That's it. Yeah, go ahead.
Biết lần nữa đừng có test nha, để bớt đồ. Cái list ở đâu nhỉ?
Okay, you need that input, or you can do it by yourself.
String. String.
If you want, you can press Alt Tab to see the input if you want.
String sao? Làm được không thể gì không space space space.
Give you one more bracket. Then run the code. Yes. You have action, right?
Yes.
Then dot get. Put dot get at the end. Dot get. Yes, put dot get.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, have you all done this one? Yes. Okay. You can see the solution which is uploaded. Okay, so let's copy this and let's go 9.4. Okay. Okay. So solution dot reduce. Okay, here is the solution, what he did exactly, because when you run this code, there will be some space in the beginning. No, but it will be space in the end. No. Okay, this will be a right solution. And here are some solutions provided. Okay, you can refer. I don't know what kind of solutions you have. Solution one. Let's put another method. Solution three. Okay. I can call solution three. Okay. There are different solutions provided. So here we add an empty space concatenation. So if we go with this signature, no need for any seed value, right? But when I go with the first signature, if I need a seed value, we start with empty string and pass two string, and each string combined, I want to provide some space. Then if any space extra, we are going to trim it. This is the one solution. And the solution two, I use a string builder to combine these values. Then finally, if any extra space, we trim it. Okay. There are so many solutions. If you have any other solutions other than these three, anybody have different solution, you can come and type here. If anybody with a different way, if you have some other solution, please come and type. No? Okay, that's what. Okay. Okay, let me continue. How to collect a result. Okay, please listen. How to collect a result, already we know how to list. Even you can get it as a two set. Or if I have to want to collect your stream to array, you can call your stream collection to array, create a new string array. So that's this example. And I will show you now. If you want to create a tree set, yes, after collecting your result, you can make it into a tree set. Let me show you some more examples with that, joining and collecting the result. You can have a lesson 9.lecture.collect. Let me show you that examples. I think I can close all these things. Show.collect. So you have an employee data and I have a main method. Let's see in the employee data, which has a name, salary, and two string methods, some getter and setter. So inside the main method, we populate some values for your employee collection. Okay, we have several methods. I'm going to use the joining method to print all the names separated by comma. So how many names I have? I want to collect as a string by separating into a comma. So list dot stream and map only the name, then collectors dot joining. So what is the purpose of this joining function is, can you see here? It will collect everything and will return a character sequence. So whatever character you have, it will take a input and return a string, a collection of character sequence. So single sequence of character sequence. So when I run this code, it will collect all the names. I mean all the object, right? What we done here, map it into the same object, convert the object into a string. Then each string is separated by comma. Collect everything into a one character sequence. We can use comma operator to collect your result as a one character sequence. And I will show you some more example, which is in the stream operations. We have a collect joining test. Okay. So you can refer this example from the stream operations package. I have a person class. So let me show you. This is a person class, how I show you with the item objects. The same way, person has an ID, name, gender, date of birth, and income. Genders are enum data. There is a constructor to initialize, and we have some getter and say, oh, did I share my screen? Nothing, or it's sharing it. Can you see my screen? Ismail? Okay, good. Okay, so some getter and setters. So to get my list of person, I have a method called persons. We populated all the data. Whenever you need a collections of person, simply call this method. So this is what we did. And we override the toString in my collector.joining test class. When I call persons, it will return a list of person. Any question on this line? Whenever I need a data, just I can call this method. Okay, now I want to collect all the names and retrieve as a type of string. So person.stream map to all the names dot collect collectors dot joining. There are two overloaded methods in the joining. This method does not take any input. When you run the code, it will be collect all the inputs without any space. Okay, did you notice? All names are printed without any space. Now I need some space character as a delimiter. So what you can do it is just pass whatever delimiter you want. I put comma followed by space. So for that reason, it will come up with. So this is another signature with joining. You can pass a delimiter, one argument. Then the next is you can pass three arguments with the joining method. The first argument is your delimiter, prefix, and suffix. So these are the three signatures of joining method. No arguments, one delimiter, delimiter first argument, prefix and suffix. So from the beginning, I can get hello. At the end, I can get goodbye. So if you want to join something in the before and the end, you can use the joining operation. So that is about collectors dot join. Okay. And also I would like to show you how to collect a result as a map. So collect to map test, but I'm not going to ask you this in exam. Okay, just for your knowledge, because too many APIs are difficult. Okay. So let's see that knowledge, how to collect as a map result. Okay. Okay. So here, when you want to do the mapping, you need a key as well as value. So how I want to collect the listers, I want to collect a gender as a group and also how many count. In male, how many persons available. In the female, how many are available. So for this, becomes very simple. Person.stream up to this, everybody familiar with this. So when I collect, even you can do grouping. Collectors.grouping by, what is your key? Gender. So that's what my key. Person : get gender. And I want to get a count. You have collectors.counting method. So it will collect a result when I print it. So how it will print? Male 5 count, female 2 count. So this way, I'm not asking you about this in exam, grouping or difficult. Okay. But for your knowledge, you can do all those things with this library collection. Okay. Now I want to map an ID and the person. Take every ID of your person that will be mapped with the person collection. So how can I do this is up to the stream your collection dot collect collectors dot to map keys ID, and the map is, okay, what is the second argument of here is the person and a function. The function means take a input and return a input. I can simply replace take a input and replace with same, which means take a person and map it with person. So for this one, there is a keyword available, that is function dot identity, which means take the object and return the object, which is similar to function interface. So what the function dot identity will do it is, so function dot identity will take the argument and return the argument. For in this case, take the person input and return the person object. So for that, the shortcut method is simply use function dot ident. Okay. So that's what we mentioned on the slide. Okay. So you can do joining and mapping to the ID and name, mapping to the ID with the same person. Okay. I will stop from now. Okay. Do you want me to continue? Then I can continue. Let me finish the session. Either continue or stop. Continue. Oh, great. Okay, go ahead. Okay. So what? Okay. The person class, person's method will return a list of person. Okay, then I can call dot stream. Okay. Okay, so this is about grouping. Let me stop with summarizing. Okay, that's my last topic. Okay, one more slide about summary. This is an interesting feature. If I want to find minimum, maximum, average, what else? Count. For everything, you need to call dot count, dot max, dot min. We have summary statistics. For example, if you have a population collection, you want to perform summary statistics, the minimum population on your state, maximum population on your state, what is the average population, what is the count. For all these things, you have a library, which is called summary statistics. Okay, let me show you this example. Okay. Summary statistics. Okay, summary statistics. Okay. Okay, so here is your list of inputs, Java, Spring, and VB.NET. I want to collect a result of summary statistics. Okay, so here each input is a string. What we are going to do it is word.string dot collect collectors dot summarizing integer. So take the input and its length. What it will do? 4, right? The first input with the length 4, second input is length with 6. Like that, take the all inputs and I got the summary statistics by lengthwise. Now, when I print the summary, what it will give you is all informations about the summary, like see, total count, sum of all the length, the minimum value in the length, maximum value and average. For example, you have a list of grades, right? If I want to perform some summary statistics on that data, collect all the employee salary. For example, collect all the employee salary. Who is getting minimum? Who is getting maximum? What is the average salary getting in that company? Like that, you can get the summary statistics. The method you need to use it is collectors dot. If it is a double type, you can use double, long, float, whatever you want. I don't want to print all the things. Just I need only average. What you can do? Your object dot get average, get max, get minimum, whatever you want. Even you can create your own summary statistics. Create an object. Simply add a value by calling accept method. Okay. The similar way. See here, I have a person name. I want to get the income of all the persons. I'm going to collect the as a summary statistics. I accept combine. Instead of that, you can just collectors dot this line, which is simple. Collectors dot summarizing double. That's enough. So this way You can get, see here, oh, that's what here, right? Summarizing double, get the income, it will give you all the statistics. That is so simple to find the min, max, average. Okay. So many advantages with this library, but we need to practice all those things, right? Yes, I'm going to stop from now. That's all about our lecture. We'll talk about remaining later. So all summarizing statistics has its own interface. If I want to collect as integer, this is what, take the input and return an integer. So this automatically will do that. If you want, you can try this exercise. Okay, let me stop now.